Hello, I'm Julie, a quilter and quilt pattern designer from Australia. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I make quilting and sewing tutorials for beginners. I've been a crafter ever since I was little and I love anything handmade. One of my favorite weekend activities is searching thrift shops for sewing bargains, which I'll also share here from time to time. You can find my patterns on my website, quiltydesires.com. I'm also very active on Facebook and Instagram. If you like my videos, please do subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment. I love hearing about your sewing and quilting journey too. Now that all that boring stuff is out of the way, let's get to the fun stuff. This weekend's amazing thrift shop find is this beautiful Janome SW 2018E sewing machine. That's the manual that came with it. This one cost me $60 Australian. So I am super excited. I have given it a test drive and it sews beautifully and it is so quiet. It is just absolutely wonderful. But let me take you through some of the features. So the first thing I'm excited about is that it came with this hardcover case. That's something that you don't see too often these days. Most of the time, or at least the last time I bought a Janome sewing machine was a couple of years ago, and it had one of those really flimsy plastic covers that go over the top of it, so I ended up making my own. But this one has a nice hard cover, which I really love. It is metal construction, so it is super heavy, but sturdy, which I absolutely love. This little section here is the sewing tool compartment, or if you like, you can store your sweets in there. That might be what I use it for. It even has metal bobbins. How long has it been since you've seen a machine that uses a metal bobbin? So there's a couple of screwdrivers in there. That's what it came with as well. Let me switch it on for you. So over on this side, you have the stitch selector dial. And if you move that up, it will select the stitches that you're after. I like to keep it down here on number 12, which is a straight stitch. This is the reversing backwards and forwards button. Usually mine's up over here, so that's going to take a little getting used to. This is the stitch width and stitch length button. So the length is this dial here in the middle, and the width is the one on the outside. And this also changes the needle position. So let me just show you quickly the needle moving according to the stitch width. When we open up the top lid, you'll see that it has a number of stitches that the Janome does. And what I love about this little sewing guide here is that it will show you the stitch, the length and the width that you need to have it at, what it looks like, the tension that you need to use, and also a picture of the foot that suits that stitch. And you have all these stitches that it can do up here and a picture of what they look like. That is just so cool. It's such a quick and easy reference. This would be a great machine for a beginner, I think. Up the top here are all the feet in their little sections. And these are metal. This one's plastic. That's the only plastic one. But all the rest of the feet are metal. How good is that? There's a number of feet here, a rolled hem foot, sorry. There's a zipper foot. I think, I don't know what that one does, but it'll tell me in the instruction because it's got a letter on there. So I'll read it further up and figure out what all these feet do. Here's a nifty little spot to put your needles. And it also came with a guide for quilting. I'll show you where this goes. This has blown my mind. Most modern machines, you need to buy a walking foot that goes with the machine so that you can do quilting on your domestic. This little guy is all you need to do quilting on this machine. Let me show you where it goes. So this is the sewing foot that I just had on the machine. This hole here is the one that attaches it to the machine with this little screw. And you will see there's a little hole at the back here. That's where the guide goes so that you can do your quilting. So you can tighten that up on the top. Obviously you need to adjust it to wherever you want it to be, and then you can just screw it back in if I can find the hole. These are all metal parts as well. And there you have it. Let me turn that around for you so you can see. There's the guide attached so that you can do quilting on this machine. This nifty little knob here is the pressure dial. So you can adjust this up and down according to what type of fabrics you're sewing. So it usually sits on number 3 for cottons or regular sewing, but you can reduce the pressure down to number 2 for applique, or even down to number 1 when you're sewing things like chiffon or lace, organdy, or other fine fabrics. That is so cool. This is the instruction book that came with the machine. I really love this because it shows you like everything you need to know. It goes through all the different parts of the machine and what they do. But not only that, is it tells you how to attach things, but it'll tell you how to thread the machine. It also tells you what you can do with this machine, like the zigzag stitch. In the instructions, it'll tell you what the stitch looks like, the width and length that you need to use. It'll show you on the dial where you need to be. It has a picture of the actual foot that you need to use, and also what tension for the zigzag stitch. That is just so simple and clear and easy to follow. I wish all instruction books were printed like these ones. So it goes through and tells you how to do like an overlocking stitch. That's pretty cool. Buttonhole stitching. That's awesome. But my favorite would have to be the quilting instructions. It's just 2 instructions. How easy is that? Absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to do a little bit more sewing on this beauty and to show you all the things that I make with it. I hope you've enjoyed this video about my new old sewing machine. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments and I will get back to you as fast as I can. Thanks for watching and happy sewing!